Hi, I'm Nick Surface with G-Form. We're here at the Molyneux in Wolverhampton, United Kingdom. This is of course home of the Wolverhampton Wanderers, where Robbie Keane announced himself to the world way back when. We're going to be taking a three-part look at Robbie's career. Part one, we're going to talk about his early days in Ireland, what inspired him and gave him the love for the game, and why he chose to come to Wolverhampton. We hope you enjoy it. You were born in Dublin, Ireland. What was your childhood like specifically with football, as far as, how often did you play, where, who influenced you the most to get that drive that you have for the game?
Well, where I come from in Dublin, it's kind of all our friends were on the street. As soon as we finished school, we put our bags in and we're straight out onto the street playing football. So it was just where I came from. My brother was 4 years older than me, so he obviously he played. So I was always playing with someone that was kind of his friends, if you like. So I was always challenging myself against them. And as the years progressed, I was getting better and better and better than them. So it was just where I came from. That was, as I said, everybody played it in school and local teams and stuff like that. So certainly the drive was definitely playing on the streets and certainly we used to play against different roads, which was always good fun. Very aggressive at times, which was always nice. So maybe that's where I get that from.
So you then moved to Wolves Academy. I mean, how did the move to the Wolverhampton Wanderers happen?
Well, in Ireland they have a lot of scouts, of course, for different teams. And if I'm being honest, Wolves I never really heard of too much because they were in the Championship at the time. I went on trials for different teams: West Ham, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, which is bizarre really because I played for actually three. Then went for when I was younger, 14. Went for trial for 5 teams and I ended up playing for 4 of them. So for some reason Wolves was the one that stood out to me the most in terms of how they looked after me. And if I'm being honest, at a young age I was a Liverpool fan. I could have signed for Liverpool. I didn't. I thought the best opportunity for me was to go somewhere maybe not as well known, that I'd get more of a chance to play in the first team straight away. And turned 17 years of age and I made my debut, so it kind of worked out kind of the way I really wanted it, and it's strange really because for someone so young to kind of make that decision. I remember my mother said to me, don't just sign for Liverpool because you're a Liverpool fan, sign for the team that you think is going to be right for you. And it was good advice, and as I said, it stood me in obviously good stead going forward, and I said I made my debut 17 and then haven't looked back since.
You talked about that debut, and what a debut. You come on in the first game, you scored 2 goals.
Oh, I started the first game.
Right, yeah, you started the first game, got a brace in your first one. I was going to ask
Even though it was 19 years ago, I don't forget.
Well, how much do you remember about those first games?
Oh, it's weird because a year before that, I left Ireland. Literally, it was a year. I just turned 16. I just turned 6. I left Ireland on the 4th of July, Independence Day. My birthday was on the 8th of July. I just turned 16, and then literally 13 months later, I'm playing for the first team in the first game of the season, Carrow Road against Norwich. My family flew over to Birmingham, and then Wolves drove them down, which was probably 4 or 5 hour drive. I just remember going on the coach and just thinking, everything I've done now for the last 16 years, 17 years is now, it's here. Roasting day in Carrow Road, and I scored a left-footed volley in the first 20 minutes, and it certainly relaxed me. And then I scored the second half another one. So it's certainly something that I've always looked back on, and was definitely the start of something special for me. And I've certainly got great memories of certainly that day, and it was great to have obviously my mother and father there. It was a proud moment certainly for them, and it was a proud moment for me, of course.